Sit back and throw one back with your pinky in the air and a middle finger to the world, and join me, the eclectic gentleman Stephen Watts, as we look back on this day in pro wrestling history. But before we do, put that drink down, like, share, and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get our wrestling history on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is October 30th, and we're going to start off as we always do on a positive note. That's right. These are your pro wrestling birthdays. 1969, Alex the Pug Porto. 1973, watch out Edgeheads, it's Adam Edge Copeland. Of course, on the flip side of that coin, your pro wrestling deaths for October 30th. 2010, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Edward Carpenter. Alright, enough of the sad stuff. It's time to get to the meat and potatoes. That's right, these are your pro wrestling history highlights for October 30th. A short trip in the Wayback Machine today as we start in 1969, where we see Antonio Inoki and Michi Kai defeat Buddy Austin and Mr. Atomic to win back the JWA All-Asian Tag Team Championships in Gifu, Japan. The belts had been held up following a match earlier between the two teams on October 10th. This would be Inoki's last title in JWA, as he was fired in December of 1979 while still holding the tag titles. Reportedly, Inoki was planning a coup against JWA management. Inoki would go on to form New Japan Pro Wrestling 3 months later. Fast forwarding one stop into the 70s, 1978. Ric Flair and Big John Studd defeat Paul Jones and Ricky Steamboat in Greenville, South Carolina to win the NWA Mid-Atlantic Tag Team titles. And our last stop in our super short trip in the Wayback Machine, 1987. The original Midnight Express, Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose, managed by Paul E. Dangerously, defeat Bill Dundee and Jerry Lawler for the AWA World Tag Team titles in Whitewater, Wisconsin, ending Lawler and Dundee's second reign after only 4 days. All total, Lawler and Dundee's 2 reigns, both taking place in October of 1987, added up to 12 days. Those were your super short but sweet pro wrestling history highlights for October 30th. I'm the eclectic gentleman Stephen Watts, and we'll see you tomorrow.